This is crazy. So as you see, Mo3 hops out of the car and he hops out and runs over to the passenger side. I wonder what he did there for.
Now, your grandson is a double platinum recording artist, correct?
Correct.
And he lives in a mansion in Frisco, correct?
Correct.
And he has houses in other states, correct?
I'm not into his business like that.
You'd agree with me that your grandson is substantially well off, correct?
He might used to be, but if he could make a $2 million bond, he'd be out.
Another concern I had was the financial statement that the defendant was to put on file. He didn't seem to take that very seriously at all. And that causes me concern about whether or not he's taking seriously the allegations against him.
Sheldon, little bootleg ass studio.
I was down on my looking to hit me a lick, ready to get into some since I was a jit. I had big dreams of getting rich. Now we leveling up in this. Take a look at my kicks. You know we stepping on toughest nigga. First one to get hit, don't make me send a blitz. My head is itching for it. Hollow to spit like a list, but wait. Whoa.
Whoa, and I'm the motherfucker Kane Deal. Welcome back to Sheldon's bootleg ass studio where we come to kick it, vibe out, and shoot the shit with Sheldon. I really appreciate each and every last one of y'all for pulling up. Do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's go ahead and get up into this video of today. All right, now we got Yella Beezy in court. His grandma took the stand and she had to answer a few questions, and he got a bond reduction. You know, they reduced it from $2 million to $750,000. And so we're going to get up into that. But first, the courts have released the footage of Mo3's death. And it doesn't show the actual shooting, but it shows the moments leading up to it. And then him running out of frame and where he obviously gets executed. And then the assailant runs back in the frame and he hops in the car and take off. So we're going to play that. They played that in court today, and I wonder how did Yella Beezy feel sitting there watching this, you know. Yeah, we're finna get into it. Make sure that like button is lit. Subscribe to the channel. Let's go and get up into it right now.
If you ain't fucking with my nigga Sheldon, nigga, fuck you. Yeah.
This is crazy. So as you see, Mo3 hops out of the car and he hops out and runs over to the passenger side. I wonder what he did there for. So now you see the assailant running back to the vehicle with the big gun in hand. And he takes off in broad daylight. Now I've traveled this road, this highway 1,000 times. Now look, Mo3 swerve, he almost crashed out right there by hitting that truck. He almost crashed out trying to avoid the shooter. Now, the shooter blocks off one lane, basically. Now, Mo3, of course, this is happening in real time, so he doesn't realize that this truck right here just came up on him and now is pretty much blocking them, the shooter from him. Had he not hopped out of the vehicle, he could have slid around the truck where this car was coming, but he could have still, you know, he could have weaved his way, he could have worked his way over to this right lane. I'm sure the shooter probably would have chased him down, but that would have gave him more living time and he possibly could have gotten away. Now he hops out of the car, out of the driver's side, run over to the passenger side. I wonder why, because if I'm in my vehicle and I'm in this size sedan, I can easily reach my firearm if it's in the glove compartment or if it's in the passenger side, whatever, door, whatever. I can still reach it from the driver's side. So him hopping out of the car, I don't know if it wasn't the smartest move because he ultimately lost his life, but I don't know why he did it. If he was trying to retrieve a firearm. So I'm guessing shots rang out. He duck and run. The assailant chases him down. In broad daylight. That's ridiculous. Man, well, there's that. That was kind of hard to watch, even though we didn't get the actual shooting. It was still kind of hard to watch, and you can put two and two together and know what happened as he ran out of the frame. Now, a lot of people I seen in the comments was wondering why he was in a Honda. Maybe it was paid for. Maybe he was trying to lay low. A lot of y'all don't even understand the aspects of the street, so I see why y'all would ask crazy questions like that. Plus, he lives in Dallas, Texas, and he was an up-and-coming artist. He hadn't made it to, like, BET status, household name status, you know what I'm saying? So I'm sure he had money, but he was trying to secure the money that he had. I remember there was a viral clip of Mo3 when he bought this outfit out of the mall, and people was clowning him because he had bought this outfit that was on the mannequin. I think it was out of Foot Locker or something like that. But that was trolling the shit out of him, and he was like, man, shit, it's in you, not on you, basically. He can take a cheap outfit and make it a $1 million outfit because it's on him and he's the drip. You know what I'm saying? Basically. And it don't take much to look good. Y'all act like y'all gotta spend the top dollar on, the flyest name brand shit, you know what I'm saying? Me, I don't brag the same as y'all do. I brag on how little I spent on the things that I got and make it look good. Y'all brag on how much y'all spent on the little shit that y'all got. You know what I'm saying? That, to me, that's backwards. You feel me? Yeah. So me personally, yeah, I like to shop on a bargain. I like to go I don't even wear a lot of name brand things because I feel like I'm the brand. You understand me? So when you have that type of mindset, you don't really give a damn about logos and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you may have your certain brands that you true to, but you don't really care about all that. It's redundant. But anyway, so moving on along, we got Yella Beezy had a court hearing today. His grandmother took the stand. She had to answer a few questions. And as we all know, Yella Beezy has a $2 million bond, which hasn't been posted yet. And I was wondering why he hadn't posted. I thought that was light work, compared to the way these rappers talk. And I do understand that they have a persona that they have to, sell to the world. And they may not have it like they say they have it. But I was under the impression that $2 million was light, a $200,000 price to get yourself out of jail with, your caliber of how you flex and all that. I thought you had that, you know what I'm saying? So he's still sitting in jail. His grandma answers why he's still sitting in jail and why he can't post that amount. And he ends up getting a burn reduction. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's go ahead and jump up into it right now.
As far as your grandson being in custody for approximately 8 days, defense asked you initially how long he'd been in jail and if he was able to make a $2 million bond. And your initial answer was, no, he hasn't. And then when they followed up with whether or not he could make a $2 million bond, that's when you said, no, he cannot, correct?
Right.
Now, especially with all of your experience here in the county and working in the clerk's office, you're aware that when somebody has a $2 million bond, they can pay only 10% of that, correct?
Yes.
With a bondsman's help. Now, your grandson is a double platinum recording artist, correct?
Correct.
And he lives in a mansion in Frisco, correct?
Correct.
And he has houses in other states, correct?
Notice how she didn't want to answer that. He has a mansion in Frisco. Correct. You know, he got a lot of enemies. They could hear this. They may not have known that he had a place in Frisco, and this could possibly get out.
And I'm not aware of that.
Are you aware of him paying and helping to support other individuals in the family and also extended family and friends?
I'm not into his business like that.
You'd agree with me that your grandson is substantially well off, correct?
He might used to be, but if he could make a $2 million bond, he'd be out.
Would you agree with me, though, that there's a difference between can, want to, and choosing not to?
I'm aware of all of those things, but
So I'm trying to, when I heard this, I was trying to figure out what he was insinuating. Is he trying to say that, you know, Yella Beezy just doesn't want to pay that bond and he's sitting in jail by choice so that he could possibly get a bail reduction, a bond reduction? Is that what he was insinuating? That's the only thing that I could come up with.
no, he don't want to be in here, so I know if he could afford it, he'd be out. Plus, he has other bills. He don't just have money laying around.
Sure.
So he thinks that since he's a double platinum recording artist, that he got all of this money just falling out the sky. You know, I guess that's what he's trying to get at as well. And he should be able to pay that $2 million
Alexander, if
bond.
I wanted to reach out to Miss Rush, your daughter, what would be the best phone number to reach her at?
She's
Okay. All right, so after that, they went into some other questioning, and they had a little recess, and then the judge came back with her ruling to decide whether or not he was to get a bond reduction. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's get up into that.
All right.
You may be seated. Okay, go ahead and get the defendant back out. Okay, the court, is the court order ready?
Yes, Judge.
All right, the court's ready to make my ruling. The court is going to reduce the bond to $750,000. The court took into consideration, certainly, the biggest consideration was the offense, the severity of this particular offense. It's pretty egregious to watch that video. But the court also took into consideration the evidence or lack of evidence that the state presented. That was a factor also. Another concern I had was the financial statement that the defendant was to put on file. He didn't seem to take that very seriously at all. And that causes me a concern about whether or not he's taking seriously the allegations against him. So I am going to set the bond at $750,000 with the bond conditions that were already set. But included on that, I want it to be very clear, Mr. Conway, that you are to have no contact, direct or indirect, no threatening or harassment of any victim, witness, co-defendant. If it's you or anybody on your behalf, there's going to be a problem. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you all can stand. I'm talking to you now. So that's going to be a concern. And then I want to make sure that you provide the court with correct information regarding your person of contact, because basically this affidavit seemed to be your way of saying, forget y'all. I don't want you open your mouth. Yeah. Seemed to be your way of saying, forget y'all. So you need to provide correct, accurate information regarding who is your person of contact should there be any type of problem. I hope that you're taking this seriously because your responses in this affidavit kind of indicate that you're not. You understand me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is there anything else?
No, you're gonna say, Your Honor.
Anything else from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Sheldon,
Well, there you
little
heard it.
bootleg ass studio.
He was able to get his bond reduced. Do you think that he will post that now that it's more reasonable, I guess, if that's reasonable? I guess it is reasonable considering the fact that he's being charged for murder for hire. But you heard the judge say that he made statements basically in the affidavit making it seem as if he's not taking this very serious. Now, Yella Beezy had an arrogant attitude, if you ask me, already before this, and he had an arrogant attitude that, in my mind, he shouldn't have had because, first of all, he's not that great of an artist, if you ask me. He was cocky. A lot of people have said this about himself, and you mean to tell me he's being charged for this crime and he's still acting cocky, not showing any type of remorse or any type of, I don't know. It's according to what the judge said. Do y'all think that she should have reduced it with him being acting cocky like that? Well, anyway, maybe he'll be able to make that bond and he'll be able to spend some time with his kids up until, trial. And, we see how this thing go. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. If you vibed all the way up to this point, I really do appreciate you. Make sure that like button is lit. Subscribe to the channel. Till next time, I'm SheldonVybez. I need y'all to be cool like the other side of the pillow. Stay light on your toes like you're supposed. Oh, yeah, no.
If you ain't fucking with my nigga Sheldon, nigga, fuck you. Yeah.
God.